Well, hey everybody, happy Friday or Saturday or whichever day of the week you happen to be accessing this video. I'm going to go to a less explored corner of the spicy food universe in this particular video. I do quite a few spicy snack reviews, hot sauce reviews, spicy mustard reviews, salsa reviews, occasional ramen reviews. What I don't do a whole lot of is spicy tinned seafood reviews. But I reviewed one of these Latvian fried BRISLING sardine flavored cans. Oh, that I got from the European market. Oh, probably a year ago. And I got like 5 of them, and I was going to review all of them, but then I ended up just being lazy and gluttonous, and I would just open up the can and just eat all of them, and then I just didn't make reviews for any except that first one, which is disgraceful and unforgivable, but I'm going to gradually make it up to you by reviewing one by one the rest of these. These are Diplomat's fried BRISLING sardines. All right, it's a Latvian company. I can't even remember what the one was what I reviewed. It was too long ago. I remember there was one that was like a butter chicken or a tikka masala or something like that. It was just magnificent. And I really regret not doing a review. But fortunately, I have a European market very close to where I live, and I think that they sell these Diplomat fried BRISLING sardine cans. And hopefully they have that tikka masala one, and I'll get it and I'll review it. For now, I have fried BRISLING sardines in CAUCASIC sauce. So I'm going to read to you what's in this sauce. And it qualifies as a spicy product. It does have jalapenos in it, amongst other very good things. So I'm going to try it on its own. And I just realized I didn't get a knife and I didn't get a napkin. I need both. But I'm going to try it on its own. I'm going to pause. Then I'm going to try it on its own. Then I'm going to make a little sandwich out of it. And we'll see about a sardine sandwich. I shouldn't call it a sardine sandwich, but at the same time, they are advertising this as sardines. But BRISLING sardines are actually not true sardines. They're Sprats. And I know that these are Sprats because they give us the scientific name. The first ingredient in the in this can is fried fish, and the scientific name of that is Spratus spratus. Pretty clear. These are Sprats, not sardines. Doesn't mean they're not going to be just as good. Okay, so let me go get a napkin and a fork. Let me try this, and then let's make a sandwich. See how it is. All right, so the ingredients in this are fried fish, Spratus spratus, as previously stated. CAUCASIC sauce. So that is tomato puree, water, paprika, sugar, garlic, chili pepper, jalapeno pepper, salt, Worcester sauce, which consists of water, spirit vinegar, sugar, edible salt, wine, plum jam, spice mixture, caramel coloring, tomato powder, flavorings, chili extract, and garlic extract. And then there's spices, modified starch, acidity regulators, preservatives. Then there's water, sugar, lemon, pepper, and I think that's all the interesting stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Let's open this up. Let's try some Latvian sardines. Or Sprats, if you want to get technical about it. Ooh. Looks kind of nice. Doesn't smell too fishy. I can tell it's tinned sardines, but, you know, I didn't get that, like, poof of, you know, sort of rotting fish that comes out of... I don't know if rotting is the word. What's the word? That poof of the air of, like, very, like, briny, fishy seawater. Didn't get that. All right. And let's not get into the dispute over what's the difference between the ocean and the sea. We'll leave that for another video. It's good. Sauce is kind of on the subtle side. I mean, I'm tasting like It's kind of like, you know, those herring fillets in tomato sauce. I don't know why I'm saying that like you know what that is, but I used to get that from like Myers. You know, I get a can of the herrings and tomato sauce and just sit there and eat them on their own. I've liked tinned seafood since I was a little kid. It's funny. There's lots of foods that I liked when I was a kid that I don't like anymore, and lots of foods that I didn't like when I was a kid that I love now. I've always liked tinned seafood. I don't know what it is. I've just always liked it. Always enjoyed it. This is like, you know, fish fillets in a mild tomato sauce coming in a can, but then mixed with Worcester sauce, which is really really nice. But you know, I like that combination. The tomato and Worcester, nice combination. I just don't taste any spice. I don't taste jalapeno in there. I don't really taste the lemon pepper either. Let me try to detect that because I don't taste it. I taste a little bit of the fruitiness because there's plum jam in the Worcester sauce. A little bit of sweetness. Obviously, there's sugar in it. But yeah, the chili pepper and the jalapeno pepper are not coming through in there particularly strongly. It's nice. It's pleasant. Um, I would kind of like a little bit more boldness of flavor though. You know, a little bit more garlic. A little more garlic. It could stand to be a little bit saltier too. Um, Not bad though. Not bad. And the quality of the meat is just fine. It's not fishy at all. I mean, it looks kind of gross. All right, it does look kind of gross. That doesn't look like the most delicious thing on the planet. But it's not a fishy meat. It doesn't have that nasty tinny flavor to it. It's good. Um, so now I want to put it onto a sandwich. See how it does with that. I've got a few ideas about what to put on that sandwich as well. And I don't know. This is. I'm talking very slowly. I'm moving very slowly through this. I'm being very. What's the word? Langorious? Is that even a word? Um, I wasn't gonna say lugubrious. I think that just implies drunkenness. Wow. I need to brush up my Webster's dictionary. You know, I like pulling out these like kind of like obscure words every once in a while. You know, the English teacher and me coming out. But then I'm realizing I haven't used a lot of these words in so long that um, I'm actually getting the definitions of them mixed up. But anyways, the point I was making is, yeah, this is kind of a slow-paced video. I'm taking my time. I'm just trying to present something a little bit relaxing here. I mean, what are the chances that this is going to be a highly trafficked video after all? It's me eating a can of tinned Latvian seafood. That most people are probably not even going to bother. You know, they're not going to be intrigued enough to actually want to go and find a European market and try to purchase this. So I'm, you know, but who knows? But anyways, my style of presentation here is definitely on the more relaxed side of things because I don't have a sense of urgency. Like, oh man, I just need to, you know, make an uber professional review of these fried bristling sardines. You know, if you're interested in reviews of tinned seafood, you're still with me even 8 minutes and 45 seconds into this video. Okay, let's go make a sandwich. All right, so I'm going to keep things pretty simple here. I've got two toasted pieces of artisanal bread. I've just got some iceberg lettuce here. And then I'm going to put some Heinz garlic mayonnaise on one side. And, oh, I got to get my black peppercorns because I like a peppery, garlicky mayonnaise. So I'm going to crack some pepper over that. And then on the other side, I'm going to put creamy dill mustard by Engelhofer. And then I'm going to put some of these star capers on top of the mustard. And then, of course, the star of the show, the Sprats. All right, in CAUCASIC sauce. All right, let me make that sandwich, and then I'll sample it for you. All right, so when I created this thing, I was not expecting it to be, you know, aesthetically pleasing, but it doesn't look too bad. You can see little capers in there. There's the Sprats on the bottom layer. You got your mayonnaise on the bottom layer and your mustard on the top. Let's have a go. Oh, and I thought of the word while I was assembling the sandwich. You know how I said langorious earlier? You know, as it applies to the pacing of this video. I realized I don't think that is a word. It might be, but it's not what I thought it meant. I think the word I was looking for was languid. I did not look it up, but I think languid pacing applies to my approach to creating this video. All right, here we go. It's not bad, but with every bite, I'm just kind of wishing that there was tuna on that instead of Sprats. I'm not saying that necessarily in all contexts I prefer tuna to Sprats, because actually I'm not that big of a tuna fan. Yeah, I'd rather have salmon than either tuna or Sprats. But if it's a choice between Sprats and tuna on a sandwich like this with these things on it, I'm going to go with tuna. It's not bad, but honestly, it's just kind of more enjoyable to just eat this stuff out of the can. I think that's the context in which it was presented to me, and that's the context in which I think I want to eat it. I don't want to make a salad, put these on a salad, or put them on a sandwich, really. But I've already done that, so I might as well take a couple more bites. See if I change my mind. I feel like another thing you could do, you could probably break down the meat in this, mix in some like mayonnaise or some other like creamy stuff, kind of make it into a pate, and then spread that over toast. But the other ingredients like the mustard, the capers, the garlic mayonnaise, it's not really doing anything to enhance or complement the flavor of the Sprats particularly. So you might be able to make a really nice sandwich if you just had a piece of lettuce, kind of break down the Sprats, mix in some mayonnaise, just plain mayonnaise, make that into kind of a pate spread, put that over toast just with the single slice of lettuce. That could be nice too. Also, I toasted this bread like half an hour ago, so it's not like as nice and crispy as it was when I first toasted it. That could be part of the enjoyability issue here as well. But, you know what? It is not terrible. And I highly recommend... Oh, sorry, there's food on my finger. Gotta find a display finger that doesn't have food on it. How's that? I highly recommend seeking these out. Is this the best of these Diplomats Latvian fried bristling sardines in a can? No, I would not put these at the best. That tikka masala one was really good, and there are a couple others that I've tried that were definitely better than this. Still, on its own, this is about a 6 out of 10. It's enjoyable. It's not bad. The quality of the meat's not that bad. It doesn't smell horrible. You know, it's got some things going for it. It's just not that exciting, and it's really not that great on the sandwich. But hey, if you got a European market anywhere near you, check it out. Take a look for these. They're not expensive either. That's another thing I love about reviewing tin seafood. Very, very seldom is it expensive. Like, some of these hot sauces that I buy, we're looking at $15. This was $1.99. Okay? $1.99. I got almost 15-minute review out of it. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Hey, if you like, ostensibly, it wasn't spicy, okay? But it had jalapenos in it, so, technically, it's a spicy food product. If you want to see me review more spicy seafood in a can, be happy to. Actually, I would like that. Like, I would like to see this, have a rise in popularity in terms of channel views. I'll review tinned seafood for you all day at $1.99 a can. Yes, please.